Guardians of the Galaxy is one of the best and most fun Marvel games yet.
I don't believe you.
I will admit, I went into playing Guardians of the Galaxy rather skeptically. My last experience with a large Marvel-based superhero team game was Crystal Dynamics' The Avengers last year. And that game...
That's a bummer.
And Guardians of the Galaxy looked dangerously similar, but Eidos-Montreal promised a much different experience. Namely that you play solely as Peter Quill, unlike the Avengers game where you can play as anyone. So hopefully you'll go in with an open mind and give it a chance.
Don't be suspicious. 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 Don't be suspicious.
And almost immediately it becomes apparent Guardians of the Galaxy has a focused, intimate narrative following Peter. Beginning a large AAA action-adventure comic book game in a 1980s basement with hairband rock and roll playing is certainly a choice.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
These flashbacks with Peter and his mom serve as a touchstone for Star-Lord's story that we revisit multiple times throughout the game. They ground the story with an effortless simplicity and 80s power ballads. Rock and roll! But before long, we are on an adventure with the full team. Aside from Peter, Gamora, Drax, Groot, and Rocket are all well-defined characters that we understand and appreciate immediately and in their own right. Back in my Avengers review, I said how Crystal Dynamics was trying to have it both ways, using the already established knowledge of these characters from the MCU, but also trying to divorce these characters from their own.
Well, that didn't work.
Maybe it's because the Guardians of the Galaxy, while popular, are not near the level of popularity of those core Avengers. Or maybe it's because the Guardians are just more flexible characters that can be performed differently from medium to medium. Whatever the case, these Guardians feel like different characters from the MCU, and that makes it much easier to think of them that way. It also helps that this game is visually stunning.
It's beautiful.
Not only are the alien planets all diverse and colorful, but the character models themselves are impressive. Maybe most impressive are the facial animations. They almost rival the likes of Naughty Dog and Ninja Theory. Very few third-party studios have been able to master this level of fidelity, and it's a great thing to see. Subtle eye movements and minute expressions are clear and add to the equally impressive acting. This is the kind of stuff that when it works this well, you barely notice. And I'm glad it does, because Guardians of the Galaxy tells a surprisingly deep and emotional story.
My emotions!
Like I said before, you play solely as Peter Quill, and this is his game. It's his story. And it is told in a straightforward, linear style, as you travel across the galaxy trying to save it from a dangerous religious cult.
Excuse me, are y'all with the cult?
We're not a cult. We're an organization that promotes love and...
Yeah, this is it.
This is another advantage Guardians has over the Avengers game. Something I mentioned in that review was how odd it is when games tell you that the universe hangs in the balance. But yeah, go play some side missions if you want, who cares, whatever.
Hey, where you going? Get back here.
In Guardians of the Galaxy, the universe literally hangs in the balance, and they don't deviate from saving it.
What has the galaxy ever done for you? Why would you want to save it?
Because I'm one of the idiots who lives in it!
Playing as Star-Lord is fast and energetic. Combat can at times become overwhelming, but with an ever-growing arsenal of abilities and weapons, you are capable of handling anything. And when you can't, you have the other Guardians to help you out. Yet another area where this game excels above the Avengers. In the Avengers, there is little indication that you are even part of a large team of mighty heroes. One, because most of the time, it's arbitrary which heroes join you on a mission, but more importantly, they don't even help you when you're in a fight.
Make it move.
You could be getting attacked by a horde of robots or one of your zones be overtaken, and Hulk just stands there doing nothing.
Well, it's just maddeningly unhelpful.
In Guardians of the Galaxy, you can send your teammates to attack enemies using their individual abilities. Each has a special use in the battlefield, and utilizing everyone can make you feel like you are in complete control of the fight. Have Groot tie down enemies, send Drax to body slam them, Rocket throw some explosives, and have Gamora go in for the kill.
Oh boy, here I go killing again.
This hands-on approach makes you feel like you're really involved and that everyone is working together. And all of this culminates in team huddles.
Guys, huddle up!
When you call a huddle, everyone gathers to tell Peter how they think the fight is going. Then it's up to you to respond correctly and give everybody a boost.
Here's how I see it. Duck.
Yeah.
You kick it into the girl bunny.
Yeah.
Down in the post. You dish it back out to the guy bunny.
Got
you
it.
swing it around the mic over here. You go to the hole and dominate. We on defense.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa! I don't play defense.
And as you break, you are treated to one of the many classic pop songs on Star-Lord's beloved Walkman. And I'll tell you, there is just something about killing waves of aliens to Wham's Wake Me Up Before You Go that just puts a smile on my face. Something that rarely, if ever, happened when I was playing the Avengers game. Putting a smile on my face, that is, not listening to Wham. Now to be fair, I haven't played the Avengers since it was released, so I had to jump back in to see what, if anything, had changed. And it had. Kinda. First of all, it has been a long time since I've played this. All the hero menus are different.
I'm no member of this place.
So that took a minute to get oriented. And now there's a bunch of new people.
Who the hell are you guys?
Since its release, Crystal Dynamics has been updating the game to add new Avengers. And after playing a few of these campaigns, I'm honestly impressed.
Actually, that wasn't entirely unpleasant.
Slowly introducing more heroes through their own small chapters is exactly what the Avengers game should have been from the very beginning. In my original review, I lamented the fact that forcing all of these heroes together like they did with little backstory created a shallow, empty game. And that they should have started more slowly with an Iron Man or Captain America game, maybe a Black Widow and Hawkeye game, or even a Kamala Khan and Hulk game. Guardians of the Galaxy proves this. By zeroing in on one character or small group of characters telling a focused story, we much better understand these versions of the heroes. And now that we've gotten to know them, they'd make excellent additions to the roster of Earth's mightiest heroes. Yay! Unfortunately, that will never happen.
Are you saying boo or boo-earns?
Since its release, the Avengers has teased adding new heroes to the game. So far, we've seen Kate Bishop, Clint Barton, and Black Panther. But one has certainly been the most anticipated. Everyone's favorite webhead, Spider-Man. Even though it would only be available on PlayStation, Spider-Man is an incredibly exciting addition, especially because we've already gotten an amazing standalone Spider-Man game from Insomniac. We already know this character and couldn't wait for him to join the team.
Hello, Peter.
But it's not that Spider-Man.
You're not Peter Parker.
It's a completely different Spider-Man exclusive to just the Avengers game. You see, apparently, the Avengers, Spider-Man, and Guardians of the Galaxy, while all three share an aesthetic, art style, and realism and all certainly look related, are in fact not connected in any way through a shared universe. And I know what you're thinking. That's pretty stupid. And you're right. I think it's safe to say that Marvel's cinematic universe is winding down. After Endgame and the Infinity Saga, the death of Iron Man and the retirement of Captain America... spoilers. The MCU has entered a more nebulous stage. Endgame marked the end of an era. So what better time to start a completely new universe? A gaming universe. The MGU. Insomniac's Spider-Man would have been a perfect start. A grounded, fun, bright comic book game winning praise and critical acclaim. Following that up with a potential Iron Man or Captain America game would have been incredible. Imagine flying the skies as Tony Stark, or exploring a 1940s New York as Steve Rogers. There could be a Hitman-style stealth game as Black Widow or Hawkeye, and then extend the universe out literally into the universe with Guardians of the Galaxy. And then we could have finally brought all of our heroes together for a massive team-up game in the Avengers. Obviously, none of that happened.
Well, duh.
And unfortunately, it looks like even with the introduction of Spider-Man, the Avengers game is still floundering. Publisher Square Enix admits as much by saying that Crystal Dynamics maybe wasn't the best fit for such a big game. And I wouldn't be surprised if sooner or later resources were taken away from the game to let it slowly fizzle out. Marvel games will continue to be made, Insomniac is working on 2, the Spider-Man sequel and Wolverine, and I'm sure Guardians of the Galaxy will get a sequel, and there are many more heroes yet to be added to the Avengers before they're done. And there are literally hundreds of Marvel characters that would kick ass if they were made into a game. All of those prospects are very exciting, but still a little hollow. Without a shared universe, it's just a bunch of games. Of course, that's what all games are, but still, what a missed opportunity. The things they could have built, the universe that could have been made, the fun we could have had. That's a rather depressing note to end on. Hey, here's a llama.